Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
Angry youths from communities hosting Dibi oil field in Warri North local government area of Delta State have called on Chevron Nigeria Limited to immediately honor a lease agreement is signed with some indigenous oil firms in which they have a stake. The youths made the call recently when they went to Chevron's flow station at Tison community in Warri North local government area of Delta State.
In September 2019, Viv Nigeria Limited and Sonic Platinum Nigeria Limited, operating in Dibi oil field in Warri North local government area of Delta State, leased 2 Wilco swamp bogies to GJ International Limited, an indigenous oil servicing company operating in the area. The beneficiary company subsequently sublet the swamp bogies to Chevron Nigeria Limited. According to the terms of agreement, host communities to Viv Nigeria Limited and Sonic Platinum are entitled to an undisclosed percentage from proceeds of the lease. After waiting to no end to get what was due them, host communities in Dibi oil field had demanded to know what was going on. 3 years after the lease agreement was signed, angry youths from the host communities had mobilized to the operational base of GJ International Limited on a peaceful protest demanding release of the swamp bogies and payment for their lease.
They need to return the swamp bogies to us.
Yes,
that's the first one.
That's another
second one. All the money, which is the stipends, the money that they are holding us for the past 3 years.
Yes.
They should pay the money up to date.
The protesting youths were granted an audience by officials of GJ International Limited, who explained that Chevron Nigeria Limited, the lessee, was yet to pay a dime for renting the swamp bogies since September 2019.
I won't get money from them and say I will not give you if it's your right. I've even told them that I'm going to do protest in their own yard there. I've told Chevron like that.
Almost 4 years after the lease agreement was signed, Chevron is yet to pay for renting the 2 swamp bogies, prompting agitated youths to proceed on a peaceful protest recently to its flow station in Tison community, Warri North local government area of Delta State.
They say they will settle, they will discuss, they will negotiate the whole thing, but still on, we haven't heard from there. We haven't heard from them up till now. Honestly, the way I'm seeing this whole thing, Chevron is driving us to another area.
The youths accused the American oil giant of being insensitive to their plight and called for government's intervention in the matter.
These things Chevron is doing is uncalled for, is wickedness. Chevron cannot do this in America.
In the course of our investigation, Inside the Niger Delta learned that the 2 swamp bogies, valued at 480 million naira each as at September 2022, had caught fire on location while still in the possession of Chevron. It was further gathered that Chevron's refusal to honor the lease agreement had resulted in a litigation. In pursuit of a speedy resolution of contentious issues arising in the lease agreement, interested parties opted for out-of-court settlements. However, negotiations were said to have been stalled as a result of Chevron's uncompromising position. Following the recent protest, our crew called Mr. Rilwan MAMODE, a senior official of Chevron Nigeria Limited, on his mobile line to get the company's side of the story. Mr. MAMODE, who said he was not the right person to speak, promised to make arrangements for another official of the company to address the issues. Curiously, Mr. MAMODE never did and refused to take subsequent calls from inside the Niger Delta.
Inside the Niger Delta,